What up everyone, it's Wabachan. This is part 1 of my Shockwave Totem video guide. Recently, Shockwave Totem has been seen a lot in high-level group play on the Path of Exile Twitch, and with good reason. Shockwave Totem offers high AoE DPS and freezes and/or shocks entire packs, both of which are generally good in solo and group play. Part 1 of this video will cover leveling, gear, and group versus solo play, while part 2 will cover the more advanced aspects of Shockwave Totem, low life, elemental damage nodes, and Zealot's Oath versus non-Zealot's Oath. First up, we have leveling. I leveled this build as Witch to capitalize on the flexibility between life-based and ES-based builds. I recommend using any combination of Flame Totem, Firestorm, and/or Incinerate to level, but for the purpose of this guide, the tree will be focused on Flame Totem. Begin by allocating the starting spell damage nodes for Witch to Elemental Dominion. Followed by Firewalker, you will path out towards Templar and grab Quick Recovery. Next you will path into Templar, grabbing Retribution, Discipline and Training, Sanctity, and Righteous Decree. From the Intelligence node above Retribution, path towards the Purity of Flesh cluster and down to Celestial Judgment and Devotion via the Outer Highway. Next you will path down the highway between Templar and Witch by Quick Recovery towards the Scion Life Wheel, grabbing Shaper and Constitution. After this, finish the Elemental nodes above Firewalker and path towards Cruel Preparation. Between levels 48 and 55, you could begin to grab Ancestral Bond followed by Shamanistic Fury. From now on you will be dual totem. At this point, you will begin to path from the Witch area towards Shadow, picking up the Hybrid Life ES cluster Written in Blood, and then wrapping around the Shadow area to grab Coordination, Blood Siphon, and Trickery. While leveling, I recommend buying at least 2 Shockwave Totems to level on your swap, along with increased area of effect, added fire, physical to lightning, and increased critical damage. For the Bandit rewards, you will take 40 HP from Oak and Normal, the skill point from Aramir and Cruel, and the power charge from Illyra and Merciless. Only take the power charge in Merciless if you have a group with a conduit support and/or you're going to be maintaining your power charges yourself. This should all be accomplished by level 68 to 70 with all skill points acquired. At level 69 or 70, you will transition from Flame Totem to Shockwave Totem by removing all points out of Celestial Judgment, Righteous Decree, Practical Application, and Firewalker. This will take 12 passive refund points to accomplish, and you should have this by now through doing your quests. Fill out the Annihilation Crit Wheel to connect the tree before removing all elemental nodes in Firewalker. Then allocate nodes for Amplify, Zealot's Oath, Mind Over Matter, and Eldritch Battery. From here you will allocate Blast Radius, Shaman's Dominion, Quickness, Assassination, and Doomcast. Blood Drinker is also available, and you can grab this at any point after the transition. You will be linking Shockwave Totem with Physical to Lightning, Faster Casting, and Increased AoE in a 4-link. Your 5th link will either be Added Fire or Critical Damage depending on how you could color the item, and your 6th link will either be Empower or Critical Damage. There's some topic for debate here, but as of right now it's going to be Shockwave Totem, Physical to Lightning, Faster Casting, and Increased AoE with Added Fire for your 5th link. Here are the list of skills that you're going to be using in addition to Shockwave Totem. You're going to be linking Enduring Cry, Val Clarity, and Val Haste, all with increased duration. You're going to have a cast when damage taken set up with Immortal Call and Tempest Shield. The auras you will be using will include Hatred, Herald of Ash, and Arctic Armor. We will also be using Flame Dash for mobility, and if you have a dagger, you could use Whirling Blades with faster attacks and Fortify on it. You will have an open 4-link, and if you are using a wand, an open 3-link to do what you want with. A curse or a power charge setup of your choice would work on this. You could easily do a dual curse setup using Dodre's Damning or Windscreen Boots. Likewise, you can use a Romir's Banquet with GMP, Faster Casting, Incinerate for an easy and effective way to generate power charges. I suppose you could get really fancy and run Romir's Banquet with Quality Incinerate GMP linked with a curse on hit setup. Being an Eldritch Battery Mind Over Matter character, hybrid ES and life gear is what we will be aiming for. In addition to this, there are some uniques that are very good for this build. I will rate each unique on a 1 to 5 seems good scale. Joffrey's Crest. It's a great leveling unique, +1 socketed gems, healthy resist, extremely easy to color correctly for Shockwave Totem, and it could be used all the way to your first 5-link. Restless Ward. Overall a solid chess piece due to its regen per endurance charge, 245 average ES roll, and mid-range health roll. Carcass Check. Stat-wise, similar to the Restless Sword, however, the 20% AoE on this item is huge and ideal for Shockwave Totem. Divinarius. Amazing dagger with decent crit, spell damage, and AoE. Also allows the use of Whirling Blades. Facebreakers. Huge global crit multiplier. Only use these if you do not need the HP, energy shield, or the resist on your glove slot. Malagaro's Virtuosity. Popular crit gloves, these are considerably more expensive than Facebreakers and not nearly as strong. Voidbringers. Voidbringers have become very affordable in terms of currency, but the mana cost multiplier is too much for Shockwave Totem. In addition, you probably won't need the crit chance provided by Voidbringers. Chill of Corruption. Due to how many packs you will shatter with Hatred Aura, a Chill of Corruption will greatly increase the rate which you can use your Val Clarity and Val Haste. So now we move on to solo and group play as Shockwave Totem. Solo play requires pretty good gear considering you move through packs so fast, you regularly spend 15 to 20% of your effective HP doing so, making your character feel pretty vulnerable at times. Val Clarity does counteract this though. Group play on the other hand allows you to stay back a bit more and take far less damage, easing up the vulnerability you experience solo. While the massive AoE is generally appreciated by groups, at times the consistency in which you shatter can hurt some group synergy. An example of a group with great synergy with Shockwave Totem would be an SRS Summoner and an RT Quillrain multi-curse support. SRS Summoners generally run their Hatred on Generosity, leaving you to run Wrath Aura instead. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for part 2 where I will discuss alternative passive pathing, endgame mapping, and load life. You could also catch me live at twitch.tv/Wabacha. Thanks guys, and I'll see you later.